Hello, my name is Celia Contreras. Celia Contreras, if you're saying it right. And I'm here with my co-host, Eric Biggs, and today's guest, Allison Wojtowecz.
Hell
It's
yeah.
not spelled anything like it looks.
Celia's one of the few comics that's made it a point to really say it correctly and also try to learn to spell it.
Yeah, because people fuck up my name all the time.
I've dated men who didn't know how to spell it the entirety of our relationship, so
Wait.
I think we're dating now.
Did the fiance know how to spell it?
Yes, yes.
Because that'd have been fucked.
Yeah.
How many guys do you think just tried to wife you up so they could change your last name?
Oh, right,
Yeah,
I know. But
what
if
I
I
was
come
thinking,
back
I'm
and
like-
I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that'd be my move. I'd just be like, I'm dumb. I need to marry her really fast. Because if I have to sign something anytime soon, I'm getting left.
I know I'm gonna fuck it up, but it's Worje, and then that's it.
Nope.
No. I got the first three right though.
Nope.
No.
WOJTOWECZ.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice.
Holy shit.
I guess we're dating because I'm gonna write your name 100 times in my notebook.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then
Someone's
I'll
gonna
add-
find your joke book and be like, who wants to kill Allison?
Yeah. I'm just gonna put Celia Wojtowecz 9 times. It's like, what's going on here? It's like she drove me to Big Spring and I felt something.
Yeah. She drove me to Big Spring and now we're engaged.
Yeah.
So
It's changed my life.
Allison Wojtowecz, you're my hero.
dude, I have to say this since you said that. I just got back from Phoenix and it was so awesome and also a little bit funny because every show that I did, the comics were like, you were just with Celia. And some of the people were like, she's like famous here now. And I was like, yes, we've come so far from Sunny Slope.
I know. Which was coincidentally where there was another hit and run.
Oh no.
You
When
weren't
I
there
was
for that.
When I was there?
I
There was a hit
think
and
you
run?
either just left or before you came, but some dude got clipped by a car, got hit so hard his pants flew off. I will say, for a dead dude, nice ass.
Oh my God.
But like, that wasn't an actual hit and run because the guy pulls up like right in front of High Side and he's like, yo, call the cops. I just hit a dude. I'm parking right here. I'm not running away.
Oh wow.
He's like, you can look at my license plate.
Okay.
And I'm like, this dude is fucking badass.
I mean, yeah, so
But-
that's...
Yeah, but me and a couple other comics and other passerbys, like, we go and stand in front of the corpse, which isn't a
So
corpse
you
yet.
saw this? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, I didn't see him get
Holy
hit,
shit.
and also, like, his neck was bent, like, 90-degree angle against the curb.
Jeez.
And he got hit so hard, one of his shoes flew off,
Yeah.
and his pants, like, came down to here. But he technically didn't die until he got to the hospital. But, like, he
Oh,
looked
that
dead for
sucks.
sure, because
That
it's all,
sucks.
like, it's like, if he's alive, I don't see how he's coming back from that, because I burp into the microphone. But like we all go stand in front of the body and like we're redirecting traffic and they're like, is he okay? It's like, he got hit by a car. It's like, did the guy drive off? It's like, no, he's coming back. He told us. And all this happens and then all the comics afterwards like go up. It's like, I don't know what to say after this. Then I went up and made fun of the dead guy.
Y'all had to do comedy after that?
We didn't have to.
You didn't have to, actually.
It was an open
I
mic.
feel like Celia insisted.
Was it the same open mic that we met at?
Yeah.
I feel like
High
she
side.
was like, you
Celia
know
was
what?
like, this is my new Type 5, let's go!
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, I'm
No,
gonna thrive.
well, everybody was so fucking weird about it. And I'm like, don't act like this is the first dead body you've seen. And it turns out it's a lot. And I'm like,
It was a lot of people's first dead
yeah.
body.
Yeah.
But like, I'm up there and I like said stuff. It's all like, damn, this mic's deader than the guy outside. And then like one dude was all like, damn, he's not even cold in the ground. It's like, we're in Phoenix. It's gonna take a while for that body to get cold.
Dude, that
It's like a
room,
slow roast, dude.
that room is like also just so conducive for chaos. It's kind of the perfect place for that to have happened.
It is. Oh, some rich tiny Mexican tried to buy Allison.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the way that Celia and I met was also the night that John Carden and I met. And what happened was, the place is called High Side, right?
Yeah.
It's in Sunny Slope
No,
in
it's called
Phoenix.
Churro Hut.
Oh, damn. We shouldn't have plugged the new place. Don't go there, please.
Yeah, fuck you. Bring back the dead bodies and the dead comedians.
Jeez. So
Or the comedians' dead sets, I mean.
John was booked to guest host this show there, and it's like a dive bar. It
Yeah.
wasn't that great. None of us were getting paid to do it, but John wasn't the regular show host. I was just booked as a guest comic. We did the show, and then we found out that there was a mic afterwards where the best comic of the night, as voted
Wins
by
what's
the
in the
audience,
bucket.
gets the money in the bucket.
Oh, okay.
So the audience puts whatever in the bucket, and then best comic gets it at the end of the night. And so John was like, hey, you want to try and win some money since we didn't just get paid? And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it, yeah, sure. So we stayed for the mic, and whoever was hosting, I don't remember who was hosting. I don't know the Phoenix comics very well, but he was very drunk. And he called me up for my set by saying, I don't know how to bring this next comic up without getting Me Too'd. So here she is.
I think it was Pat Price.
Allison. Yeah, name drop that bitch if you know who it was.
I think it was. You know what? One, if it was you, Pat, fuck you for doing that to her, and also fuck you for doing 5 minutes in between every comic.
Yeah, that was what was really pissing me off. So like he was doing 5 minutes between every comic, drunk as fuck. No offense, not funny.
He wasn't that night. I've seen
but-
him be funny before. But
I'm
that
sure
was
he's funny,
not the
but he
night.
was very drunk, and
Yeah.
so like, you know, whatever. I was already like frustrated, and then he brings me up in that way, and I was like, and I'm not the type of bitch to be like, man, blah, 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 but I was like annoyed.
Yeah.
How am I gonna go do stand up after you bring me up like that? So.
Yeah.
I went up and I just started shit talking him and just shit talking in general and didn't really do any open mic shit. And then as I'm leaving the stage and walking back to the back to go stand with John, the host is on stage and we see this little guy come on, jump from the bar and walk up to the stage to the host. And he whispers something to the host, and then the host goes, hey, Allison, can you come back up here? This guy wants to talk to you. And John goes, don't do it. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And so I went back up there, and the guy hands me $100 bill. And the host was like, oh, man, he loved your comedy so much. He wants to give you money. And I was annoyed because I was like, that's not how the show works.
Yeah.
And I was like, this doesn't feel like you're giving me money for my comedy. And so
Like, he could have taken you aside and said, I appreciate the set you did. Here's that.
that would have been fine.
Yeah.
And so me being me, I walked to the bucket and I dropped the 100 in the bucket. And the host goes, did you just put that in the comic bucket? And I was like, yeah, this isn't a strip club. Best comic wins. And then I went to the back and stood
that's
with
when I
John
fell in
again.
Yeah.
And John was like, that was so badass, but you're and you should have kept
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah.
And I was like, fair. And then, yeah.
Like, you're both right.
Like, they're both right. And then, like, the guy tried to do the same thing to John after his set, and I don't know if he was trying to make it look like he was
He
being
wasn't
even.
being a creep.
Yeah, but John ended up putting his money in the bucket too, and
Yeah.
so then there ended up being like $250 in the bucket. John won it, and he split some with me because he was
Fuck
like,
yeah.
I wouldn't have made this without you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. But then like that guy tried to start a fight with the host of the mic after, and I think a knife was
Well,
pulled.
not the the host too, but it was my friend Ramon Gamma.
Oh, did
And,
he piss him off?
Yeah, he was up there and he was saying jokes about Mexican, and the dude started yelling, I'm Mexican, bro, I'm Mexican too. And Ramon was all like, I'm Mexican. And he's all like, yeah, well, I'm more Mexican. And
He was wearing as many chains as his little neck could fit. I'll give him that.
he was, and two
was
of them were the
impressive.
Virgin
That's
Mary
right.
and Jesus, as is our way.
Yeah.
And he
yeah.
had the butt buckle and the pointy shoes, so
Yeah,
I
he was
guess
very
the Kill
top-heavy.
Tony
Yeah.
people were right.
It was very
Yeah.
But also he kept taking out his wad of cash and showing it to everybody, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you can't do that here.
Yeah.
You're gonna get robbed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he like tried to fight Ramon, and I actually stepped up too and like kind of got in between them because I'm an idiot too. And then like I was trying to reason with the dude outside, but he did try and fight Pat as well.
Yeah, and then at some point John saw that happening and was like, I think we need to leave.
Yeah, I think you guys left right when it was happening, like
Yeah.
when he charged the stage.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the knife happened late. Oh no, he had the knife then.
And then we were
I've
Facebook
seen
friends
so
ever
many near
since.
stabbings. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so I saw her post on Facebook that she was moving to Austin, and I was like, I remember this chick from Phoenix. That's cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, here we are.
That's awesome. meeting in CD dive bars as
many-
the way comedy works.
As many comedians do.
I love CD dive bars.
I met Mike Eaton at our version of High Side here, which is Mr. Tramp's, and I think there is
God.
still
I've
an
never
open
been
mic there on Wednesdays.
It got
Did
shut
it got
back
shut down
down.
again?
Again. Ollie was running it,
Yeah,
right?
Allie was running it.
I never made it back, but
Yeah.
that was my shit when I started, dude. My
Yeah.
first 2 years of comedy, I went like every Wednesday, and that's like how you learn to handle hecklers.
Yeah. No, I never went because it wasn't in walking distance, and we all know how I feel about walking and stairs in general.
Yeah, Mr. Tramp's is the sketchiest place. I didn't
Yeah.
realize.
It's the most homeless open mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my girl
Damn,
loves
I
going to
could've been
that
their queen.
Target. So we'll go to that Target, but she'll only go to that Target with me. Because she's like, I need someone that has a gun. She's like, I cannot.
Yeah.
She's
There
like,
was
I
a
cannot
guy
be
that
here.
there was a guy pre-COVID that used to come to that mic and a couple other ones, but he would go by the name of Treble, all caps TRBLE, Treble. And he would literally just not even grab the mic half the time and just scream shit on stage for the full time of the mic. And the comedians would all stop to watch because it was like, why are you this mad, bro? And he, like, one person, 50 people, doesn't matter. He is screaming, and every other word is fuck, fucking, fuckers. And it was beautiful. I miss that guy. Shout out to him wherever he is.
Yeah, it's just-
I don't know where he went, but
Okay.
He's somewhere in a ditch right now.
There is a time and place to angrily yell, and it's on the public transit system.
or at the Mr. Tramp's open mic
Yeah.
at 10
There you
p.m.
go.
on Wednesdays. Quite honestly, you have to drown out the chive in the other room.
If a Greyhound became an open mic.
Yeah, dead ass. That's what that was. That's a really
Fuck
good.
yeah. I'm sad I missed it.
You would have loved it, dude.
I probably would've.
We would have thrived. Like,
Oh,
I
I
should have
love
taken you.
shitty CD dive bars, and it's funny because all my favorite open mics in Phoenix, like, people be like, oh, Tempe Tavern sucks. Rest in peace, Tempe Tavern. And, like, wood shit sucks because nobody pays attention and everybody talks over you. And I'm like, I do all right. It's like, yeah, well, people respect you. And I'm like, so you're
Make
saying
them
people
respect you.
don't
Yeah.
respect you?
Yeah.
What's going on here? But people get mad. It's like, I don't go to these mics. And I'm like, oh, so you only go to the ones with the good crowds? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like, I view it as an accomplishment if I can get the 3 apathetic motherfuckers staring at the bar who are just pissed off comedy's happening.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm here to forget my wife.
Yeah.
So, but, like, also, I do count as achievement for Tempe Tavern because somebody bought me a drink there. He's like, hey, I see you here every week. You're funnier than all these idiots. What are you
Nice.
drinking?
And I'm like, PBR, please.
He's like, you'll have a shot. And I'm like, I'll have a shot.
The way Celia's voice just hikes up 2 octaves when someone is about to buy her alcohol is unmatched. I saw this across West Texas. Not to make this into the roast of Celia right now, but the vets in fucking Killeen loved and also felt so sorry for her.
Dude,
The vets.
Dude, I talked about that yesterday at the mic, and I'm like, I didn't think my life was that bad until veterans and, like, EMT
Those
people.
2 guys that were buying your drinks
Yeah.
after the show with us, the one that was like had the really bright blue eyes.
Yeah.
He was like just sitting there, and he kind of looked at me at one point, like when you walked away, and he was like, "Is she okay?" He was like his mom was like from Barcelona and his dad was Colombian or some shit, and so he was like, I understand crazy parents. Is she okay?
I'm fucking trying. But also, like,
my
it wasn't just
fucking
him,
God.
it was the wife of another dude. And she's like, that wasn't real, was it? And I'm like, you think I just lied about having miscarriages and trying to kill myself? And I'm like, no, it's okay, I'm fine now. And she started crying, and then I started crying. I'm like, I'm okay. And I'm like, look,
There
I'm
were
right
some
here, I'm
tears.
making jokes. Yeah, those bitches made me cry. The ones buying me drinks, she made me cry. She also bought me a drink. 2 other people also bought me a drink. It
Should
was
we
a
call
good night.
this road trip you just got back from the Trail of Tears?
Yeah.
Because you were crying happy tears on our leg, and then the rest of it just seemed like a fucking shit show. What
That has to be your
happened?
first tour. The Trail of Tears going in 2025.
It's like the regular one, but less natives died.
Yeah.
But
Holy shit.
yeah, no, but like it's been happening more and more lately, and I'm like, wait, why the fuck am I comforting you about what happened to me?
Literally.
Like, so now it's all like, damn. And then I'll like say that to other people. I'm like, did I have a bad life? Oh, honey, yes. And I'm like, oh, and then there was like, I remember there was a news article about some kid getting blown apart in Syria and he was 7 years old. And like I heard it and I'm like, lucky bastard.
He got out before it got hard.
Dude, I was with Aldo and Andrew and all them at Don't Tell this weekend in Phoenix, and it was so funny because I told them what John said about you, where he's like, Celia could tell me anything and I just believe her. And they were like, yeah, well, we would too, because we've been with her for half the shit. Yeah. And they were like, how was your road experience with Celia? And I was like, dude, it was great. Like, I don't... What are y'all doing? Why are y'all fucking up with Celia? She's fine.
That's the other thing. Like, I'm glad I know Allison I can go on long road trips with because, like, she's not afraid of silence. Like, once we got to the hotel room, we just put our headphones in and didn't talk to each other.
We ignored each other
magical.
for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then we started talking again when we got ready for the show.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
I actually smoked more weed, I think, with you than I have with other people on road trips. And I'm like, fuck it. I think also it helps you didn't, like, peer pressure me or anything.
Yeah,
and also, I didn't have a lot
pressure.
of shit to do after. So, like, I go home, I finish cleaning more of my room, I repack my bag and shit.
Yeah.
But, first thing that goes wrong.
So we get back late on a Friday night after these. We did Big Spring on Thursday. We did Clean on Friday. We drove back Friday night. I probably dropped her off around midnight Friday night. And she had to leave for Baton Rouge the next morning on Saturday.
Yeah, and we were supposed to leave at 10 a.m. But fun fact, if you don't know this, and this is a good survival tip for the road, if you're the one paying for the rental and you're letting somebody else drive, so if it's you with your license, that's not okay. They have to match.
Yeah.
And if they don't match, it's like another $500 or $800 fee.
Yep.
And I didn't have that shit. So that happens, and like we almost we end up not getting the rental. My friend Scott's homegirl Lauren borrows her friend's car, and we just leave her Scott's car for collateral so she can drive around and do errands and shit. But we end up not leaving Austin, I think, until like almost 12 p.m.
Oh no.
And it's supposed to be a 6-hour and 47-minute drive.
Yeah, but you're stopping in Houston to pick someone else up, which I warned you about.
You did, but also we were supposed to leave at 10.
Yeah, true.
Damn.
But like, so this is happening, and then we stop, and we're finally making good time, and it's like, okay, we're gonna get there in the nick of time.
Right.
It's like, just start the show at 7:40. But like, I was giving her the updates and stuff, and lo and behold, on a bridge on the I-10, either right before Louisiana or in Louisiana, there was a car wreck. We see a huge plume of smoke, and it's all like, okay, it looks like it's up ahead. We should be able to get past it. Traffic stops for 2.5 hours.
Stops.
Yeah, I peed on the I-10. And then, like, I call them and tell them, it's all like, can we reschedule it tomorrow? Because we had, like, 24 tickets or something sold. And then she calls back. She's like, just throwing this out here. How would you feel about Zooming your set in? So they plug me and my friends into the laptop, and we do a test run. So my two features get to do their set.
God.
And, like, I did 20 minutes of my set because the cars finally start moving when I'm at the last 10 minutes of my set. And then we get into a dead zone in the forest. So we lose connection. So I didn't get to do the last 10.
Jeez.
But everybody loved the show, and like they didn't ask for refunds or anything. So all that happens, and then I like told them, it's like, hey, if they were actually there for me, tell them we're getting in at 11 p.m. and we're gonna go to Radio Bar across the street from the venue. And like 7 people came and popped over to say hi and shit. So that was cool.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And
That's
then,
a good little way to try and like still make up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did tell them, it's like, I'll be back to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I'll
Hopefully
rebook.
it doesn't go the way it did last. Like, I also had a lot of fun, but like so many things happen. And then like we get the hotel, and my friend has to get his own room because like the bitch working the counter, the night auditor, she's like, well, it said no changes, so I changed it back. So it was a 1-bedroom for like 6 people. So Hector and Betsy get their own room.
Right.
And, like, I switched it to dog friendly because he brought his dog Dax. He's so fucking cute. But, like, there was, like, this little half step. Like, not even this like high, but I
Yeah.
stepped on it with my wonky foot, the one with the 2 metal plates on it. And then I just like heard myself make the sound the Titanic made when it went down. And just like, and I'm like, yep.
Here we go. Dude, I hate when you fall and you just see it happening in slow motion and you can't do anything to stop
Right?
it.
And
You're
I'm
at the point
like,
of no return, and you're just like,
Yeah.
fuck.
and I hurt my ankle too, and then I was pissed off and yelling at Hector and Scott, and also, like, I was losing my shit on the way to Baton Rouge, and I'm like, it's fine, it's fine.
I
it's
mean,
cool.
I feel like the story you just told us had like half of the chaos I was getting on your Facebook feed because you were like live posting crazy shit that was happening on the road, and I'm like, yo, this is we need to get like a marked safe from road tripping update when you get back to Austin.
Well, it fucking gets better too. Like, after I was done stressed and we did the Baton Rouge show, we were still
Yeah.
like 2 hours out from Baton Rouge, and I just started laughing, and they're like, what? And I'm like, this is gonna be a great story to tell on a podcast someday.
Yeah.
Like 5
Yeah.
years from now, like, here's good too, but like 5 years from now, it's like when all of us are more established, like when you two get your shit together, this is gonna be amazing. And then, so we get to New Orleans a day earlier, and we're walking on Bourbon Street, but my ankle's still fucked up. And my knee, like I showed you guys my knee.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, should I show it for the camera?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, this
Okay.
shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, it hurts me.
Dude, that bruise is.
Damn.
There's technically
Bigger
4
than
of
your
them
knee.
here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you got more?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't realize there was more.
Dude, that looks
And
like
then
you had a
there's-
motorcycle accident.
And there's like
Yeah.
only a little one over here.
Yeah.
It was bigger, but like that one's going down.
Jeez.
It's
But,
like
like-
you got into a fight with a toddler and they just punched your legs repeatedly.
Okay, first of all, I fought many toddlers. None of them could
I would
clear.
never get bruised by a toddler. I'm not a pussy. Okay?
Oh no, a toddler
I
will
kick
fuck
their
you
asses, dude.
Yeah. I
up. Dude,
crush fucking 9-year-olds, dude. Can't fuck with me.
I know a dude, I forget his name, like I didn't know him, but like he was wrestling with his kid who was 5, and his kid accidentally kneed him in the crotch, and he had to go in and get surgery because he busted a blood vessel in his penis, I guess.
No.
And he almost fucking died, and he couldn't have sex for like 3 years.
No.
I can't remember the dude's name, but it was a friend of a friend.
That sucks.
Dude,
And I'm like,
imagine
holy shit.
how much shit that kid gets to this day.
Right.
Like-
Dude, how mad would you be at that kid?
Yeah,
Like,
I'd be like, I can't fuck your mom for years.
But also, part of me wants the kid to have yelled, "That's my purse," before he kicked it. Sorry, I'm a King of the Hill fan. Oh, so all that happens, and then we're walking on Bourbon Street, but my ankle's still fucked up. I'll take another one. I'm not out yet, but
Oh
you know.
shit, yeah.
You like one?
No, I'm good, thank you.
So then we're walking on Bourbon Street, and I'm pissed off, and like we're walking, and I'm like, "You guys know I'm injured. Fuck you guys." And the streets are somehow more fucked up than 6th Street.
Oh yeah, I hear
Oh,
Bourbon's
yeah.
disgusting.
Twice as
Yeah.
many like potholes and shit, and like so many more people. And then my friend was all like, okay, it's like we're gonna walk to a cheap bar, and I'm like, how far away is it? And he's like, 6 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's all like, Celia, it's $2 beers.
Yeah,
And I'm
you can
like,
do
let's
that.
fucking go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
walk. I'll be all right.
But like I'm
Celia's
walking
queen of
there.
the 40s on
Yeah.
the road, by the way,
And, like,
too.
Yeah, thank you. I should have bought way more and saved
This
them.
bitch walks out with a natty light 40. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I would have gotten 2 40s, but I wanted to be somewhat coherent. But yeah, I straight up day drank. And that's part of the reason why I peed on the I-10. I wasn't driving.
Yeah, she wasn't driving.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, so we do that, and we get to do a guest spot at the place that we're supposed to do the show tomorrow. But there was like low ticket sales. Actually, I don't even maybe there wasn't any ticket sale. But like 8 people saying they were gonna pay at the door. But it starts raining hardcore that day. There's a flood warning, and the dude who has the equipment gets flooded in his neighborhood.
Oh, damn.
So we end up going to an open mic. But also before that happens, Hector and Betsy decide to walk to the cemeteries because they do cemetery tours there.
Yeah.
But they walk and they get caught in the rain and they get fucking drenched. So that happens. And the night before, Scott stays behind at an open mic, and there's a shooting right across the street.
Dude.
And 20 Louisiana cop cars pull up. And I left early because I thought there was this dude trying to smash, and I'm tired. And I'm like, no.
This is what I'm saying. I'm like, New Orleans is Gotham City. What is happening down there?
That's why I fuck with it. Also, the houses are really pretty.
It is pretty, yeah.
Yeah, it's anything that survives out of it's great.
But yeah,
It's so
Scott
much-
can order a lift because it's 20 troopers who have like 4 blocks cordoned off. So him and the rest of the comics just go into the fucking open mic, lock the doors, and the bartender gives them drinks for free.
Oh, jeez.
I won't say where that was, though.
Yeah, shout out to them, though.
Yeah, shout out. But yeah, the show gets canceled, so we hit some mics and stuff. But like whatever could go wrong did go wrong, and then I got double charged for my hotel again. So I'm like, I just lost all the money I made in the Big Spring Colleen show.
Great. Love that.
But yeah, also, that's a lot of information.
Don't worry, everyone. You can make the big bucks like this, too. Just do open mics for 10 years, baby.
Yeah.
It's a lot of breaking even.
Comedy's worth it.
It's like, yeah, move to Austin. You'll be a millionaire in a week.
Yeah.
It's like Tony's going to see you and give you half his bank account. Please come here. No, I do love Austin, though. But, yeah, so technically the podcast is called Surviving with Celia.
You survived that.
Yeah.
I did. But let's talk about shit you've had to survive.
Oh, jeez.
Dun, dun,
Like
dun.
what? I don't know. What did I survive? Oh, I mean, I've had like crazy car crashes.
That counts.
Ooh, well, we were talking about hit and runs. It's not really one that was like me, but I also saw a body fairly recently in Austin. That was pretty scary when I was, you know how there's a lot of like tall overpasses here to get from highway to highway? So I was on one of them that was just a single lane going from one highway to another, pretty high up on a curve at night, and there's like no lights up there. And I had the thought to myself, I'm so glad there's not many people driving tonight. No one's on my ass as I take this turn. I can go a little slow, which is not like me. I drive pretty fast.
Yeah.
But whatever reason, I had that thought, and I'm going on this turn, and I swear to God, my headlights hit something. You know, I see something in my headlights as I'm taking this turn, and I just instinctively like hit the brakes. And I thought it was a pile of clothes or a box or something that people had dropped at first, but it was a whole dude
Oh, damn.
sprawled like pretty much in the middle of the road, face up actually, in like not a good looking position. And like I said, it's single lane, but luckily there's kind of a shoulder to it. So I was able to like slow down enough to go around him. And as I drove past, like I said, his head was up. He did not look awake.
Yeah.
And like it happened so fast that I was like, what the fuck, you know? And I'm like, getting around him is my first priority. I don't want someone to come speeding behind me and hit me and him, or hit him or whatever. And so I just get around and I like go as fast as I can after, without, you know, obviously paying attention if there's anything else, but like already grabbing my phone. I'm seeing there's like a couple other cars with their flashers on stop. So I was like, I am not stopping.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I didn't touch him.
Yeah.
You know, but I did like call 911 immediately and just report where I was at and tell them, and like where I was going to pick up food that I had already ordered. So I was like, I guess I'm going to go get my food now.
Yeah.
And so I picked it up and I was going the same way back, and already that whole like overpass is shut down, and there's cop cars lining the whole thing. Nothing on the news about it. So he must have been homeless.
Yeah, maybe just walking.
I was like a little bit like, how the fuck did he get up here? Like, did someone toss a body up here? Like, what is going on? But yeah, I didn't see anything, but it was closed for like a few hours that night because I told my roommates what happened, and they came home later and they said it was still closed.
Damn.
So
See, I've seen people walking in the worst places, because like on 35 coming up north,
yeah.
me and my fiance were driving from downtown, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, but it was still super packed for some reason.
Yeah.
And I just see something, and I'm like, that's weird. And it's just a guy walking across 5 lanes in the middle of the night wearing all black clothes. And I'm like, you want to die.
A lot of people do that. It's really scary.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
it's so scary. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not just during festival season.
Yeah.
People do it all the time.
crack is a hell of a drug.
Well, we talked about too, like hunting stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like
Yeah.
you might not know from looking at her, but this bitch is a hunter.
Yeah.
Which threw me off at first because like I told her when we were in Killeen, and I'm like, I straight up thought you were from California based on the cute outfits you wore.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I'm from Round Rock, so I grew up like going to concerts in Austin, but shooting stuff in West Texas. So
Fuck yeah.
it was fun. But I mean, yeah, people are like, I guess we can talk about this a little bit. It's related to survival. Like, people are usually really like concerned about safety or like generally scared of animals if they aren't aware of what they're like, you know, like they see deer with the antlers and they think they're aggressive. They're not.
Unless they're fighting each other.
Unless they're fighting each other, then stay
Just
out of the way.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It is funny that if you search white-tailed does, DOES, fighting on YouTube, it is so funny. They literally slap box, and it's so funny. They get on their hind legs. Also, baby does get zoomies, which is very fun too. Like, or baby whitetails get zoomies. But yeah, what's really concerning is the hogs. And like, even still though, people are like, how do you hunt those? Isn't it so scary? And it's like, not really. They're also pretty skittish. Like, again, unless they're fighting each other, like they're not probably going to do anything to you.
Yeah.
But a sticky situation that I did get into one time with the hogs that highlights this, I think, is I was sitting out hunting one time and I was just like in a group of trees that I found. I brought a chair. I was watching like this open field that we have, and there is a feeder out there too, but it wasn't deer season, so I was just watching for like anything else to come in, namely hogs. And but it was like I felt like I had picked the best visual point with the least possible access behind me in these trees, okay? But I am just sitting on the ground, and I had a rifle with me. It's a semi-automatic rifle because hogs, and nothing was happening this whole time. And I'm wearing these like sound canceling headphones to where they amplify small noises, but they block big noises. So if you pull the trigger, you don't hear it, but you can hear everything better around you. So I was doing that, and it's just fucking dead out. Nothing's happening. I'm watching like a squirrel. Yeah. You know, I'm just kind of sitting there generally pissed, and I hear rustling behind me. And usually when I'm sitting by myself, I like scare myself. It's literally like a chickadee jumping from the tree to the ground to get a bug, and I think it's something. So I'm like not really that concerned. And I turn around, and there's like 5 hogs just in the group of trees. Like the first one is like, the first one is from me to the brown chair away, and then there's more behind him. And so he's like, like 5 yards away, but he's behind me. And so, and I will say they were probably like younger pigs, like they were probably like 40 to 60 pounds, which is small for them. I've shot them over 300 pounds, so very small for those guys. But yeah, I'm like in this position with my gun here, and they're coming in this way. And very quickly I was like, okay, I can either try to stay quiet and let them sniff me out and see what happens. Yeah. I can stay quiet and try to just slowly move my gun to try and shoot them. Yeah. Or I can kick the chair and make as much noise as possible, because they're not that good at seeing. So like also understanding the animals that you're hunting, like they have tusks, they're scary when they're in a group, but like they don't see very well, which is why they got in the group of trees with me in the first place. If they had heard or smelled me, they would not have been in that way. The wind was just blowing the opposite direction. So like knowing that they can't see very well, if I make a lot of noise, they're probably going to think there's like a cow or something in this tree. And so I ended up doing the third one. I like stood up with the gun and kicked the chair back to make a lot of noise, and also like got ready to shoot, and they just scattered. They bolted. So like that was scary, like in the moment, because they could have they're fast. They could have easily just come at me, you know, if they figured out I was there and they wanted to do something. But so like that was a survival moment, because it's like you are dealing with wild animals. You're not exactly sure, even though you understand the animal. You're not exactly sure what's going to happen, but
but it's like stories like that make me think you'd be good in a fight. Because like you get the 3 responses. It's either flight, fight, or fright. So you either freeze on the spot and just like possibly piss yourself. Or you run away. Or you fight back.
True. There's been a couple of instances. We were joking because she was saying like I've been toying with the idea of doing jujitsu or something similar.
I think you should do it.
And because I know I would really like it, and the problem is I feel like I would do it like so much.
You'd be my $1 million baby.
Like, and so
I'm
like
gonna be Clint Eastwood.
I'm just gonna be spending all my time and money on it and like whatever. And so but like we were talking about it and I was like, I'm a little nervous because I don't know how I would react when I'm the one being attacked.
Yeah.
But that story, and like I have another quick one that I can tell too. Like,
go for it.
But there's a couple of stories like that in my life where it's a very quick response situation and my reaction is pretty much always fight. Yeah. And I like
that's a useful survival
and
skill.
I like didn't realize that because I just don't get put in that situation very much. But I was out for Halloween when I was in college. I went to UT. So I was out on 6th Street.
That still sounds like a STD.
the University of Texas at Austin, hook 'em horns. But no, I went out for Halloween weekend, as a college student, and me and my friend actually were not drinking that night. Like we were both like had shit to do or something the next day, and so we just went out to meet some friends. We were dressed up, but nothing crazy. There's bitches running around in bikinis. We were not doing that, nothing that would like attract abnormal attention for how busy it was downtown. Yeah. And we were leaving the bar tab to go catch the bus to go back to campus. And she was walking like half a step behind me and like our arms were kind of next to each other. We weren't really holding hands, but it was like close if she needed to grab me because it was so, crowded. And this hand was in my pocket, but I had it on my taser just in case. And all of a sudden I take a step and I feel her hand like grab my arm and I like can't move anymore. And so I turn around and there's a homeless guy that's got her other arm. He just like appeared from the wall somewhere. Yeah. And he was like shorter, but he was like one of the really like fit looking one, like he was not acting like he was on drugs necessarily. He just looked aggressive. And so he like had her other arm and she looks scared, obviously. And so I like kind of pulled on her against him and I was like, let her go. And in my pocket, I had already flicked the top of the taser off. Yeah. And he was like kind of just talking. He's like, no, come on, come over here. And I just pulled it out and it has a flashlight on it too. Yeah. So I flashed the light first and I was like, let her go. This is a taser. And he kind of like thought I was bluffing. So I hit the taser part. Yeah. And he saw it zap and he was like, oh, fuck, man. I wasn't trying to do nothing and whatever. And like, I was like, yeah, dude, no. And I just pulled her and we kept walking.
The taser crackle is very distinct. And
dude. Like, I still have flashbacks. My brother tased me one time, so I know what it felt like.
Yeah.
It's for survival training.
Yeah.
No, he's tased me and maced me, just so I know what it felt like. And he's like, well, now you know how to respond.
Yeah.
True.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know if you have like a good pain tolerance, too, at least. Like,
I do, and I tried that shock collar thing that they use.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I'm like, put it on the highest setting. They put it on my neck, and I'm like, yeah, you're going to need a cattle prod for me at this point.
Bitch, I'm durable.
Celia's like, my mom hit me harder than this.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It was funny the other day. Somebody was all stoked because I posted a picture of them. It's like, that was, like, my Roseanne moment. I'm like, calm down. I was posting about the mic.
Oh, my God.
But he kept saying, I love you, and I love him, too. But he said it, like, 90 times
like
in the span.
You just put him on?
Yeah, but he said it in 90 spans in like 30 minutes, and I'm like, dude, my parents didn't say this to I love you this much to me when they were alive.
Dudes,
calm down.
If you're sending that many messages, stop.
No, it was in person, and then I felt bad because like I go to watch the Filthy show. I was just gonna watch and be supportive, but like everybody kept talking to me and like were being loud, and I'm like, fuck. But they were buying me drinks too, and you know how I am.
Yeah. If
but
you
like
want to
after
make Celia
that,
stick around longer, just keep buying her drinks.
Yeah, that's really it. Too bad that didn't work with my dad. But like I like message Adam Lucky and I'm like, can I hide in the green room for a little bit? And I'm like, he's probably not gonna look. So I like go through the patio area and I stick my head in. I'm like, Adam, can I hide in here for a bit? It's like there's a lot of people talking to me, and he's like, yeah, come on in.
Yeah.
And I come and sit down, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, green rooms is like the sanctuary for sure.
Yeah.
I feel so naked this week. We can't just like show up to the creek because of South by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so we can't even? Are there mics tonight?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know,
Damn.
maybe after. I don't know how late South by Stuff is going there, though. I checked the
Because
website.
normally the mic's at like 12, but like if that
Oh, yeah.
doesn't go down, I can just go to Shakespeare's and
Yeah, because I didn't get to
Pretend to
have
be
my show
nice.
tonight. I had to
Yeah.
move it to
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah.
Pretty well just everything gets fucked for like a month during
Yeah.
South by.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's like, it's crazy to see them actually closing roads for it, like as many as they did this year, because I feel like they
I
haven't
thought it
done
was just
that.
gonna be 6th Street closed, and then I saw like way more when I
Congress,
walked to
yeah.
get to him. Because I didn't know, like I knew 5th and Trinity was still going, but I'm like, you know what, he's right, that's gonna be a thing. So I thought 7th, like the Sitco right next to
Yeah. you
Creek
can't-
in the Cave, I thought
yeah.
that would be perfect.
Yeah.
But nope, like that's inching, and I'm like, okay. And then, yeah, it was the whole thing.
Everything's fucked. But, you know, I think we're getting towards the end of it now. I think it ends on the 16th or 17th.
I think so.
So, yeah.
But also, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
It is cool, though, because we're going to get to do Litty Titty on Friday. And that's,
Yeah.
but, like, Creek is an official South by venue. And at least last year, they just, like, let us stay to hang out for other shit that's, like, South by official if it's not packed out. So that's cool. We might get to hang there that night.
Nice. So, like, what's cool is because, like, I have my favorite bars that I go to.
Yeah.
Like, even if it is closed down for for certain events, I'll just be like, do I need a pass or something? It's like, no, where the fuck have you been? Sit down. And that's what happened at Sidebar when I was waiting for JP because I had like $8 cash.
Yeah.
And they're like, just so you know, your course is $1 more because of Southwest. And I'm like, well, how much is the whiskey? And then it was like a whole conversation. He's like, I haven't seen you in forever. And I'm like, I've been going, like, I'm either out of town or I go to Shakespeare's because it's in stumbling distance.
Yeah.
And sometimes they give me a free drink or two every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, hell, if that's what it's take, the whiskey's free.
There you go.
So I got 2 Coors.
There we go.
Yeah.
And now I got my Miller. Oh.
Driving downtown.
Killing
Yeah.
it. I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
You're
can
built
talk about
for
that
it.
too. I actually I'll wait till the Rob episode because he was homeless too.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta talk to a fellow street person.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, speaking of
that
street
offensive?
people, not to me. I know what I am. And also, I keep, like, most of the people I almost throw down with are other homeless people. And I don't know if it's just so I know I still have the fight in me. Like, I don't know if I just miss being homeless to an extent. It's like, it's all I know.
Dude, were you homeless in downtown Phoenix the whole time?
Not the whole
The whole time? Okay.
The whole time.
No, but like that's so crazy. Like that's just such a crazy place to do that. I've been there.
Yeah, but that's like what my sister was saying. And she's like, so you'll just walk around. And also, every time I went up to Flagstaff to visit my grandma, she'd always watch the news. And I'd just be hearing it's how like 5 people shot in Phoenix, 7 people shot in Glendale, 2 stabbings between DeMar Jackson and Harold Cross happened today. And like all this is happening, and I'm like, huh, this never happens when I'm there. It does. I just don't watch the news while I'm there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Flagstaff has crime, but they try and keep it like low key because like there's all the rich snow bunnies who there in the
Yeah.
country club areas and the golf courses, and it's a tourist town.
Yeah.
But also it's insane because since I moved to Phoenix, like there's just more and more homeless people during the summer in Flagstaff because
Oh yeah, because it's so hot, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like they all disappear during the winter, of course,
Yeah.
because nobody wants to be homeless in 6 feet of snow dropping.
Dude, I went to Sedona last week. We like just went up for a day because it's 2 hours from Phoenix.
Yeah.
And the next
Love
day
Sedona.
it snowed.
Fuck yeah.
Like I was hiking
That's
in
insane.
shorts and a sports bra, and the next day it snowed there.
Yeah.
See, and that throws people off here. Like I know too. Like I was excited. I'm like, maybe I'll snow here. And I was talking to some open micer. Don't even remember who. He disappeared already. But it's like, yeah, a lot of people don't know Flagstaff gets all 4 seasons. We get winter, spring. It's like we get all 4 seasons here too.
No,
No.
we don't.
And I'm all like,
There's no real weather in Texas.
Dude, I'm from here. We don't.
yeah, but he said that, and then I'm all like, oh, but it like snows in Flagstaff. I mean, and he's like, it snows here too. And I'm like, how many inches? And he said it comes in inches. And I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
Bro, he's got a micro dick too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, right.
for sure. You can measure it in inches?
Right.
So
I forget how it works in Arizona. Like my friend Katie was the hunter. I'd just go with her.
Yeah.
And then like the men in my family who went hunting, it's like, you can't go. Your ovaries are going to get in the way. like, go fuck
My
yourself.
ovaries make me aim better. My dad has a conspiracy theory as to why he thinks women are naturally better shots when they first start, because usually they are. And he was like, I literally think it's because women are more willing to take direction. Like you hand a gun. He's like, you hand a guy a gun and he's like, I got this, and he like doesn't want to listen to how to actually aim, versus a girl's like, how do I do this? And then she takes the pointers and then she gets it. You know?
Yeah.
I did a lot of like training with like younger kids on like gun safety and stuff.
Yeah.
It was always the girls that are like, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Where we ended up being the best shots, the most proficient. Where like the guys would come, they'd be like, "Oh, I played video games," and I'm like, "I'm gonna punch you in the head."
Yeah,
I play video games too. It doesn't make me a good shot.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, it's funny because both in video games and real life, I'm shit with a handgun.
I was gonna say people who are really good at Mario Kart, terrible drivers.
See, I know that's true because I'm good at Mario Kart.
Yeah, this bitch can't drive.
I don't have a license.
I'm so bad at Mario Kart. I killed it on the road.
Here are the three video driving games I'm good at: Mario Kart, Simpsons Road Rage, which the whole point is to drive fast and get them to the thing, and Burnout, where you get more points for causing the biggest car accident. I fucking own that shit.
Oh my gosh.
So
Celia's literally just like chaotic neutral. Whatever goes, dude. Like,
like Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think I've ever asked you. Are you a Girl Scout, or were you in the Girl Scouts?
I wasn't.
Okay.
No. Yeah. I think that's just kind of probably like a family thing, you know? Like if your family was in it, you've gone into it. And my parents just weren't in it.
See, it was fucking weird for me because like I'd always ask my mom if I could do extracurricular activities, but my sister Sarah fucked it up. Because my sister would like, I want to do this, and then quit a week later.
Oh, yeah.
So my mom, like, first my sister
out.
is all like, oh, I want to play the flute. My mom pays for the rental. She quits after a week. She's like, I want to do baton. She quits after a week. I'm going to do martial arts. Like, everything she did, my mom would do for her.
Yeah.
And then I'd ask, it's like, Mom, can I do this? It's like, can I do that? It's like, why? So you can quit like your sister?
Right.
Why? So you can quit like your sister?
Right.
Why? So you can quit like your sister? And finally, I asked for Girl Scouts, and like for martial arts, I ended up doing it for trade. I just like cleaned the studio and like handed out flyers.
Nice.
And I didn't tell my mom because she was dating her piece of shit husband at the time, and I didn't want them to know I was learning how to defend myself. So I had my sister forge her signature.
Nice.
For it, turned in the waiver. Like that was it's all thing, but like for Girl Scouts, and I'm like, Mom, it's $12 to join for the year. Here's the $12.
Right.
Yeah.
Just sign.
Yeah.
You don't have to do shit. The Girl Scout meetings are in the neighborhood next door. I can walk to them.
Yeah.
And she's like, you really want to do this? Yeah. And she's like, let me show you something. And then she takes out her senior Girl Scout jacket,
Oh my
which has all of
gosh.
her junior and senior Girl Scout badges, patches, and everything on it.
That's so cool.
Damn.
And she's like, you're ready. And I'm like,
You're ready.
and I did good in
love
Girl
that.
Scouts.
I've been
Like,
waiting for this moment for
That's
so many years.
cute,
Yeah,
actually.
but she told me no for so many things. Like, honestly, this is fucked up. I do want to bring her back from the judge just to be like, I can do comedy, bitch. Like, I'm that level of petty.
For sure.
But
for
also,
sure.
like, if she was alive, I don't think she'd appreciate the jokes I'm saying about our family. She's like,
Probably
you're
not.
going to embarrass us, make us look like trash. And I'm like, okay, how do you make trash look like trash?
You're like, pero estamos basura, Mom.
Exactly.
Oh, you wanted to talk about the Frankie Muniz thing.
Oh, yeah, that too. So it's funny because she looks like Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle. Like, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
I think I saw you make those posts a while back.
She did, and she had the, like, at first I'm like, who the fuck is that? Because
Yeah.
I've only watched one episode of Malcolm in the Middle, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, it's Frankie Muniz.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, if I want to go on tour with her and she's not available, I imagine he's not doing a lot now.
Dude, he
It's
lives in Phoenix.
Perfect.
He was in town last week. People were DMing me again because every time he's in the news, I get the fucking updates.
Yeah, no, I'm going to
At
message his ass.
everyone.
It's like, would you be prepared to put on a dress and pretend to be my friend Allison? She got diarrhea today. Or something like that. But it's funny because
She's
so
like,
many guys...
I fed her gluten and
So
she
many
died.
guys get upset about it, and it was both in Colleen and Big Spring, the shows we did. But like she said, it's all like, I look like Frankie Muniz, and then he turned to me, it's all like, no. It's like, I can't. it's like, does this make, and it was like the joke you
I
were
have
saying,
a
like,
joke about like it doesn't make you gay. It does
Yeah.
make you gay.
yeah, but the dude, he's all like, no, it's all like, I'm attracted to her. Does this mean I'm attracted to Frankie Muniz? I'm like, probably. You could probably get him on Cameo
I'm
cheap.
pissing off a lot of men with this joke, and it's not even my joke. Someone
It
roasted me
makes
with
my
that.
fucking day.
It's so funny. I'm having
It's
too much.
fantastic.
I've waited for my opportunity to call men gay on stage since I started stand-up.
And it's such a perfect thing too of like, I look like a dude, huh? Let's talk about it.
It's so dumb. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, Mike Eaton decided to take the roast up a notch, and I was actually wearing this, but when I put my hair in a bun, it looked suspiciously like Dylan Mulvaney and the Bud Light.
You get the cigarette extender.
People were taking Bud Light selfies with me the other night. And so I finally was like, Mike, I think you want me to be a trans girl so bad because you respect me. And you just cannot compute respect plus woman in your head. So therefore, I must have used to have been a guy.
Dude, I'm gonna
And he
walk
was
you
like,
by
yeah.
Kid Walk.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so everyone, I have a lot of dick allegations. Check my OnlyFans. I dropped nudes. You can see for yourself. At Alleywo.
Yes, she did. Go check it out. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
You gotta see that hot Frankie Muniz pussy.
Bussy, dude.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get canceled after this podcast, Celia.
It's okay.
I don't know.
Like, yeah,
The Kill Tony people
be
are
fine.
gonna find this, and it's gonna be all over.
it's fine.
Oh no, what did you just think of?
I don't remember. I was mostly laughing at what you said, but I think a fucked up thought was creeping in.
I can tell when you're having an intrusive thought, because you just do that. You like,
Yeah, no, and then also that's the other thing, like, while we were being quiet, like, sometimes I'd just, like, randomly cackle and just say fucked up shit.
yeah, or we would literally we were silently driving at one point, and you were trying to nap, but instead of napping, she would wake up every, like, 15 minutes with a fucked up joke idea. It was so funny, though. She was like, was this funny? And I'd be like, I thought you were sleeping. Kinda.
I was trying. I was resting my eyes.
But that's also always whenever they come. It's completely quiet.
When you're falling asleep.
and you're falling asleep. Like it happened to me last night. We were about to fall asleep, and I like grabbed my phone and started like typing in my notes. The girl's just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "It's gonna be gone.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I have
gone."
to write it
Yeah,
down.
no, that's how it works. That's
Yeah.
why I sleep with a notebook and my phone next to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to write it down. Yeah.
I do have a survival scenario from last time. Do you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, let's give it
yeah.
a shot. This will be different because I know you got your hunting shit and
Yeah.
like poor shit on lockdown.
Okay.
All right, give the scenario.
While
I'll
on a
say.
carnival cruise, Celia, Allison, and Eric accidentally sink the ship in a wine and paint event gone violent. They all three find themselves on the same life raft. Because of injuries and all the wine, they sleep for 2 days and finally wake up to find themselves all alone in the middle of the ocean. They had no phones, no technology, no way to reach out for help. They find they had 6 gallons of water, 3 chicken strip meals from Chick-fil-A with Chick-fil-A sauce, and an ounce of black tar heroin. They had to survive for 20 days with only enough food for 1 day, and this is how they did it.
I'm giving them the heroin so they're not hungry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we're doing a lot of heroin, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do it. My veins are too small. Well, maybe if I shot it between my toes.
I've worked in a vitamin IV clinic before. I can figure it out. Let's
Yeah.
go.
We got this. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you're not hungry when you're on heroin or meth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty
20 days,
easy.
though.
That's true. 20
20
days.
days. I would
Wait,
be concerned.
between-
Honestly, I think I would die from sunburn. I think Celia survives because she's got better
You
genetics.
just get like a killer tan.
She's
That's
just got better
true.
genetics than both
Well,
of
I
us
still
for
have
that.
the, like, I got a little sunburn. I don't know if you can still see the tan line, but that's still from
Oh, yeah,
South
yeah, yeah.
Padre Island.
How long ago was that?
Like, it was, I think, before I moved to Austin, so like
Yeah,
9
so
months
you
ago.
still have a tan from 9 months ago.
Yeah, but it was a sunburn for a little bit, and it did hurt for 2 weeks for what it's worth.
Okay.
But like, it's not like there was like pustules or like, dude.
Yeah, I would be 3rd degree burn. I would be charred to the float, like literally.
And if that's the case at that point,
You would just eat us. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like
I
she
would
do.
consent,
She do.
dude.
Yeah, you can dip
I
us
would give
in
you
the
consent.
Chick-fil-A sauce,
Yeah.
and you're like, not
Yeah.
bad, you know?
It's like Chick-fil-A's people.
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh, blackened.
Yeah.
Great. Sunburnt. Great. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, you guys are pale. Just like figure out, and like I know how to make a solar thing. Well, if I
No
have
tech.
duct tape. Yeah, if I have duct tape, I can make a little like the thing you use, the solar cooking thing. No, you get like cardboard and you make like you can
reflects.
cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, you use the reflection
Yeah.
and you can slow cook shit on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna be slow cooking us.
She's gonna be slow
as
cooking
the
us.
as the ship comes up and she's just dipping our fingers in Chick-fil-A sauce, and they're like,
They're like, how many days did it take for you to get to this? How long have you been out here?
It's like
she's like,
5,
"This
but
is-"
I thought it'd be a lot longer.
just gnawing on a rib. Like, you guys bring any barbecue sauce?
Yeah.
I'd eat the Chick-fil-A meals first for what it's
Yeah,
worth.
yeah, out of respect, for sure.
She says, for what it's worth.
That's so
and
funny.
then it makes
Yeah.
me laugh because the show Yellow Jackets and shit, but like flying makes me nervous. But my friend Shelby, I tell her the flight airplane that I'm
Yeah.
on, and I'm like, keep an eye on me. And the second you see that plane go down, report it because I'm fat. They're gonna eat me first.
Damn.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And I love Shelby because she's like, you right.
You're right.
Better to be aware, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah.
being a real one.
For what it's worth, I wouldn't fuck your guys' corpses.
Oh, well,
That's very kind of
Thank
you.
you.
That's very kind.
I wasn't thinking about that
Yeah,
while we're
same.
stranded.
Like, I
at
wasn't
sea.
either, but then I thought about my friend Shelby who got sexually harassed. Like, okay.
This is how she writes her material.
Yeah, this is how her brain
The
works.
threads.
I just
Yeah.
have thoughts.
The dark threads.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a good person.
Yeah, being on a boat in the water would suck.
That would be one of the worst survival scenarios
Yeah.
in the ocean. Yeah.
Like, God
'Cause-
willing, it's stormy and there's clouds, but it doesn't actually fucking rain.
yeah, like it's just
Yeah.
cloud cover.
But if it's a Carnival cruise, they don't go that far out into ocean.
He said 20 days though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's true. But if I got,
Yeah.
like, I could probably make that work.
Right, yeah. Just
Yeah.
If
make
I
it
lose the
15
oars, I
days.
can use your guys' bones.
She's like, using the calories from the meals I ate out of
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
I can make it
Fucking
15
femur.
days.
Yeah, you're just
Like,
using our arms as those.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
Got a couple femurs.
Yeah.
Sitting there, it's like,
She duct tapes our
I
bodies.
just come back ripped.
Yeah.
It's like,
an
Sally,
elite
you've never
rower when
looked
she
better.
comes
It's like,
home.
thank you. It's like, you got something on your face. It's like, I think it's Allison.
My mom's gonna hate this episode.
I'm not going to eat your daughter.
She's a sweet girl.
To be fair, Mom, she had consent if it's a survival scenario.
Yeah.
She could eat me too if I died first.
Yeah, I know it's mutual.
Don't let all that meat go to waste.
So crazy.
Or like, maybe not even eat you guys. I'm not a huge seafood person, but I could use you guys as bait.
seafood. We're seafood.
She's just
No, I'm
she's
saying
just
I could use
catching she's catching sharks
Use
with
us
her
as
bodies.
bait.
That's what
Got
I'm
it. Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
I'll catch
yeah.
you guys with a shark.
Yeah.
I'll make
Yeah.
friends with the killer whales, train them to take me back.
Yeah,
to
you'll
shore.
ride a dolphin home.
Yeah. Or
She's
it'll ride me
becoming
home because they're.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
She's the queen of Atlantis, and we're
Watch
just
me live
we're
like
just floating corpses.
Watch me live like 18 days. I see the shore. I meet a dolphin, and he just fucks me to death.
Oh.
It's all like, I can't breathe underwater, and the dolphin's just like, ah. Just happy to be there.
I'm gonna have a nightmare about a dolphin tonight.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Oh no.
Good time. So I think we're about wrapped up. Is there anything? We drop this on the 1st of every month, so
Okay.
it would be April 1st for the next one.
April Fool's Day.
April Fools. Do you got any shows you need to plug or
Yeah,
podcasts and stuff?
Yeah, Litty Titty Tuesdays at the Creek in the Cave, 2nd and 4th Tuesdays. So April 9th and something, 20 something are the next ones coming up this month. I'm going to be in Fort Worth with Cam Bertrand for weekend of 420. So 419, 420 opening with Cam Bertrand in Fort Worth. Going to be super fun. I hear we might be partaking in the Devil's Lettuce for some of the shows in celebration.
Might be.
Cam doesn't smoke very much, so I'm going to be peer pressuring a little bit. But he also offered, so I'm excited. It'll be good. And then, I don't know. I post all my next shit on my Instagram at Alliwo, ALLIWO. A lot easier than my real name. And,
So wouldn't it be pronounced Alivo?
Alliwo! Alliwo! Alliwo!
Sounds like you're saluting somebody in Spanish.
It sounds like we were talking about this. My roommate is Indian, and she always like jokingly does the accent. Alliwo! That would be it. Yeah.
So Celia's gonna say she's using our corpse's bait. Alliwo!
Alliwo! Alliwo! That's a big one. Thanks.
Damn, I'm not gonna starve. This is cool.
Fair enough. Do you have anything you need to plug?
All my shows are gonna be before this comes out, I think. Just follow the podcast, Birthday Boys, Eric Biggs Comedy on Instagram. Everything will be there.
So yes, that being said, shout out to JP, our producer gentleman guy.
Yeah.
And then this podcast is brought to you as a Birthday Boys production, so they do produce this podcast. Check out Allison's shit. I've got a fuck ton of shit coming up. But April 11th through the 13th, I will be in the South Padre Island, Corpus Christi area.
Getting sunburnt again.
I will be in Phoenix, Arizona between April 17th and April 27th doing shows. I believe April 23rd I'll be in Tucson for that specific area. Then May 25th, I will be in Roswell, New Mexico. I will be in El Paso the 26th. I'll also be in Big Spring the 24th and possibly Albuquerque the 23rd of May. Then July 27th, I'll be in Oklahoma City. And other than that, I think that's all I have coming for out-of-town shows.
Dude.
Oh, and then that's it. We're good.
Hell yeah. Thank you, dude. That was fun.
Thanks for being on it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
This was fun.
Yeah.